We're in one of my favorite places. I grew up here partially, hunting, fishing, building snow caves. So we're gonna do a real short hike in and test the Survive Knives 5.1. We'll do a little firecraft, I think, a little bit of chopping, cutting, wood splitting with the Survive Knives 5.1. I'm expecting good things out of this knife, seriously good things. I'm gonna cook the Blade HQ guys lunch.
Oh yeah.
You ready to go, Allie? The question I have, is Paul ready for this? Are you ready, dude?
Footwear.
You ready?
We're ready to roll, man.
I think we should go find ourselves a hiking stick and cut it out with this here knife. You know, I'm not the worldwide expert on anything, but I have my systems, you know, I've been doing this a long time. I have my techniques which work for me. Today I'm in a day hiking system. I have a day pack. I have knives with me. I'm not carrying a tent. I'm not carrying, you know, all this other stuff that I would use on a multi-day backpacking adventure. I'm just carrying a day hiking system. So if you watch TNP, you're gonna learn about philosophies of use, POU. It's another one I made reference to earlier, that's TCE, time, calories, energy. Just don't go busting down a, you know, ravine to go look for a stick. See if you can scope it first. Try to minimize the amount of calories you put out. That's the way I do it. We're going down, boys. TCE and all. Dig those heels in. And the storyline with a knife, for instance, is talking about what I call philosophy of use. That basically means application. How are you going to use that item? This is one of the many things in TNP that I try to drive home. But for the short hike we're doing, this right here will be good. It is totally dead, and I don't think it's rotten. And I'm chopping instead of breaking it just so I have a clean end on it. Love this knife. It's only a 5-inch blade, but it hacks like it's a 7-inch blade. Survive Knives 5.1. They have a 4.1 and they're coming out, I believe, with a 7.1. If I were you, I'd be interested in all of them. The steel on this is CPM 3V, I think. Yep. But I like the crucible metal stuff, it's good. What do you think, guys? That's like a Moses staff right there. Cut a couple knots off. Now, this isn't the lightest knife that I've ever carried into the wilderness. Look at the thickness, that's why. Just under a 1/4 inch thick. I didn't measure it yet. It's a slab of steel though. And when you get that heft, you can minimize your work when you start de-limbing, splitting, which we'll do later, doing all that good stuff. Okay, so we're gonna take Allie down to the lake, let her swim a little bit. I'm gonna cut her another fetching stick since I lost the last one up there somewhere. Suck less. For its weight. There you go. Fetching stick for Allie the mountain dog. Drop, good girl. Come on, dog. Oh yeah, yeah, good girl. And we're gonna hike in just a little ways, set up a cooking camp. First things first, I'm gonna go fall this standing deadwood. Another TNP term that I've talked about since 2008 is firepower versus mobility. I will never choose a knife as my first way to get inside a log, to cut it in half. So let's say for whatever reason, I don't have my saw today. It's got great geometry to do what we're doing right now. Getting through it. I do. But a good survival knife absolutely has to do the kind of work we're doing right here. Has to. I remember on one backpacking trip, I was like 8 miles in, and I needed a nail, and it was stuck in a tree. An old nail, all rusted, and I had to dig it out with my knife. That's about as deep as I'm gonna take it right there. It's kind of a tricky task for a knife, as you can see. All right, dudes, check this. That's kind of a torque right there. I feel like I can bend the blade if I go with it. Paul, come on, weigh in, dude. Okay, dude, here we go. Oh, I did it. Yeah. Here's another good torque right here. That was substantial. Oh yeah, we're getting down there. Check that out. Yeah, I bent the tip on it. I think any knife would have either bent or chipped as I was deep in the wood and then cranked it right against the steel. I don't really fault the knife on that. And I'd rather have it bend than break, wouldn't you? As far as I can tell, that knife is still straight too. Oh, this knife splits good. Yeah, this knife is doing good. I think I'd really love it in the snowy, wet conditions too, compared to the carbon steel blades, which are higher maintenance. And you can't tell, but that is lit. I didn't have to go smaller, at least I don't think I have to. We'll see. We're just making a little cooking fire is all. This is kind of what I would term knife abuse on this edge. I would not normally do this, but we're testing. Chicken tenderloins. I'm gonna chop those up, saute them, and add them to the chunking vegetables and sauce, and it's gonna just transform it into something delectable. Grouse chow mein, that's what we'll call this. Survive Knives 5.1 up in the mountains. NutNFancy with a Blade H crew.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. Huge thanks to NutNFancy for filming this project with us, and a special thanks to Survive Knives for producing the custom TNP edition of this knife. Only 50 were made. As you can see, the one I'm holding here is 40 out of 50. Not only were they custom TNP editions, but NutNFancy himself came to the shop and signed each and every one of them for you guys. So be sure to pick yours up at bladehq.com. These things are not going to last long. So basically, if you're at this point in the video, get over to the website right now. Before you leave, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you can stay up to date on all the videos that we're putting out. Epic content every Wednesday, just like what you saw today. And also check out NutNFancy's channel. He has so many videos with tons of information, tons of gear review, just a good resource for those of you in the knife community. So thanks again to NutNFancy, thanks to Survive Knives, and thank you guys. We'll catch you next week.
Look at his footwear. Did you show his shoes? What?
These are classic hiking shoes.
Those are classic skateboarding shoes. Oh wait, there's a note attached to it. If you find this balloon, please call me at this number. I am trapped in a closet and need rescue immediately. What? April 2007? Oh my gosh, we're late, boys. Just kidding. Oh, what a good boy. This is Rudy. Allie, what is this? Huh? What is that? Who is that? Go fetch. Go get it.